Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today guys, we are going to be doing Planet Coaster and we're continuing on with Adventure Plains Park. Now today guys, we are going to be adding our first flat ride. So as you can see, I'm just doing the pathing here and just making sure it's all nice, because this is going to be kind of the opening plaza area to the park. So I was just going through what I should do as a flat ride. But in the end, I went with a bump-in derby, which is the bumper car sort of ride. I was going to have a thrill ride, but I thought for this park it's going to be family and you're going to have a thrill section of it as well. And I just thought bumper car, it looks good, we can change the colour on it, it looks good if we can fit it in. So I kind of went for a rock work theme on here. We kind of had lots of stuff around it. It didn't have major amount of theming, but it did have quite a bit. So we had this like orange queue line path, and it's kind of this section here of the ride is kind of like the desert area, which is kind of like in, we kind of got like a savanna desert area. So this is kind of like rocky area in like South Africa, this part of the park. And behind we're also going to be doing coaster. That's why I box it in with rock work. So I just finished the path there. Then I decided to name it Animal Stampede. As I see, I've spelled Stampede wrong, but anyway, we will correct that later, don't worry. So then I decided to go with foliage, but later on in the video, I do go with rocks as well. So I have these nice desert trees, which I also added in the front of the park as well. And then they just kind of go around the outside of the path and just make sure it's all nice and nice. Then you had started on the rock work around here. So just make sure that all the rocks, I used the desert rocks, I didn't use the savannah rocks yet because I thought, you know, these look good. You wouldn't normally find like a desert area in South Africa, but I thought, you know, it's kind of like a cavern, it's kind of like a valley area, where there's like rocks and stuff and they're dried out and they're less, don't really look like more tropical. So now it's kind of more dried out and it's looking at like a western park, but we will bring back the South African theme later in the series, which will probably be in the next episode, because after this video we'll be building a coaster, which I'm super excited to announce. I'm not going to say what coaster I'm building, but it's going to be good. So anyway, we're just going to do the rock work here and just make sure it's all nice and tidy. Then I just decided, you know, these bushes look really good. They just add effect to it, and I just like the dynamic of them. Decided, yeah, I'm gonna use a lot of these. So, you know, and then I added some dead trees, and later in the video I had some snake animatronics just on like some trees and stuff just around, because you know in South Africa you get a lot of rattlesnakes and stuff. And you know, anyone who's been there would have encountered quite a few snakes and animals. I will be doing some elephant animatronics later in the series. We'll be having loads of animals, loads of TMKA animals, because you know the game doesn't really have any animals. You have those elephants, which I also decorate this with, but they are stationary, they're not animatronics. So I will be using some animal TMTK in this. So then I came up with a name, and I said I changed it to Stampede, and hopefully I spelt it right, but if not, feel free to correct me in the comments. So then I just continue with this rock work. I'm really pleased how the entrance came up to this part. We're getting really positive feedback, which I really appreciate, guys, in the comments about the entrance. I'm really pleased with it. I hope you guys are too. It just looks so good. It gives me Chessington and Legoland vibes. It just looks really good. I'm really pleased how it came without. Okay, then we added the signage up here. Now this was hard because, you know, the bumper car derby looks like it's in a fairground, but this section of the park it's in South Africa, so we had to make it more look like South African with all the wood and stuff, because they're not going to have the same resources as you had in Britain and stuff, and it's not going to look as modern. So here I was adding some boxes and stuff, like it's kind of like a western outpost. I like this ride to look like an outpost, like a ranger outpost in South Africa, and kind of like a range. So we just added some scaffolding now, because I thought, you know, they're kind of working on the ride still. They've only opened a couple of months back, and now they're just working on the ride. I came up with the storyline, and I made sure that it all fitted in well with it. Just had the scaffolding poking up, because I still like building it and stuff. But the whole ride is complete. I just like having a backstory of some of the attractions and making sure they all like have realism to them, because you know, realism is very important. So as we go deeper into the video, we'll be building some more scaffoldings and putting some more scenery items down. So here I just was kind of making like a scaffold tower that was kind of going to be like they're fixing the ride and for mechanics to go up to fix the ride. Then I added some ladders here, just made sure just ladders, you know, everyone loves ladders. So then just add another level here because, you know, why not? So then I added some barrels on top like they're repairing the ride or something, I don't know. But, you know, people repair rides and stuff. So then I decided, you know, there was no elephant animatronic, so I decided to just do this design of like the elephants. They are kind of Asian / Indian elephants, but they kind of work with the theme, and I think they look good on those pillars there. So then we did the elephants along here, just throughout the queue line I placed them. Because, you know, they just add so much perspective the whole ride, and it just makes it look so much better. So then this is where I said I added the snakes in now. So we added some snake tunes. I thought this one was a bit vicious, then I changed it to more like a more like calm one, and so he wasn't like going crazy to all the guests. Then I started with the little build here, which was going to be the food outpost, which is connect to the main entrance, because, you know, in a lot of theme parks, I know Legoland does it, they have a lot of, like, they have guest services, and they have restaurants and shops and Q-bot lines. I don't think it's Q-bot anymore, but it's like Fast Pass now, but they changed it, and, you know, you just have this, like, it's kind of connected to the main building, if you like. And so I just wanted to recreate that, and it's kind of like a little store. It's not symmetrical because I'm not going to build that on both sides, but I think it just looks good, you know. I think it looks good because we needed a food area here and everything. So right, then I added these shops in here, because, you know, the shops, they just work with the whole area. I didn't really pick any shop specifically, but I wanted definitely a range of shops. And I had a little bit of an issue here and realised, oh no, I need to push the wall back a little bit. So the shop frame had to move a little bit back, so then I moved that back. Yeah, so that went backwards then, and then I put those all there back because it just didn't work. I don't know why, but the grid was a little bit weird, because when you're building with shops and grids, they can sometimes be a little weird in Planet Coaster. It's just the way it is, it's just the way the game is. So then we just put staff building in here, but for some reason this one didn't want to connect up to my path, which was really frustrating, but it's okay, you know, it worked in the end. So then I did this, and I put the wall in here, and we just made sure that was all nice. I had a little bit issue with a wall here, but then I finally fixed it in the end. Yeah, there you go. Let's see, I fixed it just by putting a wall in there, which wasn't connected to the building, but it worked. Then I had to put this wall back here, and I had, later in the video, you'll see I had like an overhang, but I like that overhang because I then put picnic tables underneath, and then guests can get their food from the food outpost and come sit outside and in the shade. So it's kind of like it's incorporated into the building, so you're sitting there and you're not getting sunburnt, which I think is great. Because, you know, no one likes getting sunburnt, trust me. If you like getting sunburnt, you're just weird. So then we did this along here, and then just made sure all the wall here was fine and everything. You know, I just like the Adobe wall. It's so good just to use it. I'm so happy. I think it came in the adventure pack, didn't it? Oh no, World Fair it came in, yeah. Yeah, in World Fair it came in. I think it is actually used for African parks. Yeah, maybe. Right, but anyway, I like this wall. I'm so happy. I mean, if you don't have a World Fair pack, get a World Fair pack, because you get this amazing wall, I think. Yeah, I think it's in World Fair pack. I think it is, yeah. I think it might have been used for Mexican buildings. It might have. I don't know. I'm not an expert on the World Fair packs. I'm an expert on the builds, because I know all you guys like the builds better than who cares about the what's in the World Fair pack. I don't. So then we did this, and then we just built this all along here. I mean, in this park, I said we're going to be doing coasters. We're going to be doing a lot of builds, and it's going to be hard work. But I'm up for a challenge. I know you're all really excited about it. In the first episode, everyone told me they're really excited about it, and I was like, good job. So everyone's really happy about this, and they're going to be really excited about the new episode coming out. People on my Discord are like, please, we can't wait. I've been putting teasers out in the thumbnail. putting the thumbnails out in Discord and stuff. You know, the teasers give away quite a bit, but they don't tell you what we're gonna be building. So you gotta wait, guys. So then I added some bins and stuff here, guys. So I added some bins along here, yeah. So then, yeah, there's some little people standing in the staff building areas. So then here I added the picnic benches, and then for some reason, I don't know why, but then it didn't let me place the picnic benches over there. So then I just went with single benches here, because like, I don't know why it didn't let me do the double picnic benches, but it didn't. So then I added those nice little trees again, you know, because I like these trees. And then I started on the fencing, because, you know, the park's just a little bit weird at the moment. It's open, and it's not really complete. So I started with this nice little, like, I guess it's a cattle pen fence? If you say it's a cattle pen fence, I guess. So yeah, I like that fence because it's just like, it gives more perspective. And then it kind of just goes into the ground, you know, because it just sinks down and people can't really get in. But I doubt people would like actually go there. So yeah, I like how it just sinks in. I mean, you know, it looks neater if we just have it sinking in instead of just having it like that. But there's a bunch of trees I'm going to place down now, and all the rocks I'm going to place down now, which are just going to cover that and just make it nicer to the entrance to the park. Just make it feel more South African, make it feel like grassland, savannah-ish, you know. I don't even think that's a word, but who cares. There you go, guys, and here are some of the cinematics of the ride. This is Stampede, and guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.